Alright, so last time I unboxed the Raspberry Pi. Today I'm gonna go ahead and put together what's needed to set up the Raspberry Pi. So I'm gonna show you the components you're gonna need, and then next video will probably be actually installing the operating system. So first is the Raspberry Pi. This is a circuit board. Basically, it's a fully functioning computer. Have a case, and you can open it. So leave it open. All right. See if I can zoom in a little. All right, that's better. So, case. You're gonna need to connect it to power outlet, and it has a micro USB charger. You plug this in directly to the Raspberry Pi. Here you have a little mini USB to Wi-Fi adapter that's going to get you on your Raspberry Pi on Wi-Fi. Here's an optional heatsink. Now, I'm all for heat sinks and dissipating heat, so we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Let me spread these out a little better. And finally, you're going to need to connect to either a TV, or if your monitor has if you have an up-to-date monitor, you connect it with HDMI cable up to your monitor. So I'm just going to fix this a bit here. Okay. Let me scoot these over. Alright. Okay, so first, I think I'm going to put the heatsink on. Alright. So if you read this, there's actually a warning that says, important, make sure that you don't put the heatsink so that it touches one of these capacitors on the board labeled C20. So here, I don't know if you could see a big chip there, and one of those brown guys there next to that big chip, they're basically saying make sure that the heatsink doesn't touch that, and then you'll be fine. Okay, here's the heatsink. It apparently has some kind of film you take off, and then you just put that on the chip there. This is what it looks like after you take out the peel off the paper. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on here. It's really hard to see. I'm just gonna make sure it doesn't touch. C20 there. Okay, and there you go. I don't know if you could see it. Okay, so my heatsink's on there. I'll get some protection from heat. Just gonna hold it down for maybe 30 seconds. Okay, so it seems like it's pretty tight on there. Again, as they warned, make sure that it's not touching that C20. It looks like a capacitor maybe. See it there? Make sure that they're not touching. Next, I'm going to put it in the case. So here's the case. I'm sure you have to put it in a certain way, so I think the parts go over here, what it looks like. So I think so. I took out the bottom. I'm assuming that you have to take out the. No, I took out the top. Assuming you have to take out the bottom too. So let's see. Okay, yeah, so I'm pressing in here and it looks like it's coming off. Ooh. Shit, I think I broke something. Yeah, right there. This little corner there, but oh well. Be more careful next time. Okay. So I'm assuming you put this here facing up. Alright. And check that out. My heat sink is right in line in the thing, so I think they actually make it a little bit bigger, but it lined up pretty damn cool. And you have access to your they call it the GPIO header port. You also have access to a display connector. This is not the same as the HDMI, but it's a different display. Like for example, if you want to have a attached LCD, you can do that. You also have a camera connection, so if you want to hook up some type of camera, you can do that. This other thing here is actually the I believe the audio connector, or AV actually. Okay, so now that I did that, I have to go and put this back. I believe it's gonna go like this. Okay, put these things over here. Maybe this side first. Not going in. Not sure what I'm doing wrong, but oh, before we do that, I need to put, well no, I think I could still put the SD card in. So okay, I'm gonna try this again. Okay, seems like you have to like press out and in a little bit. This side's out. Something's wrong. It's not flush over here on this side, so maybe it's the part I broke. Not sure. Let me take it out. Okay, I'm gonna go try that side first. Make sure I'm not breaking anything. So again, it's not closing right. What if I did this? I take it out, place it here. Oh, that might be better. So let's see how this works. have to go in through this side first. Let it make it get stuck in this little corner here. Okay, I'm in, and then drop it down over here. Alright, you got this. Now I'm going to put the case on top and hope that it all goes in. Yeah, it looks like I broke that little corner. Maybe that's why it's not going in. Okay, let me see. In. And over here. Oh! It's all in now. I hope it's pretty sturdy. Okay, yep. Yeah, it's pretty solid. So you can see, oop, something's a little... Okay, it's in now. It took me a while, but tricky. But look, it protects your circuit board. Everything's kind of hidden away. Nice. And these cases are pretty cheap. I'm not sure how much it was. I want to say somewhere between $10 and $20. Also, they have clear cases. You can actually see the inside of the circuit board, so if you prefer that, they have that. I want it black to kind of conceal the inside. And for the specific kit I had, they didn't have that kit in with the clear case. But I can always buy one later. You see it has little rubber feet. Alright, looks pretty good. And it has the indicators of what the ports are: Ethernet, USB, USB. There's no indicators here, but over here in the inside it says AV, and then it says HDMI, and then it says power in. So that's your, oh, this one, power in. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna put the top cover now. So I think it goes like this. Okay. I'm not sure if it's supposed to seal all the way. Yeah, it definitely doesn't go like this. You see the little teeth don't go in. So it goes like this. Oh yeah. I think the teeth go in there. Okay, so I guess that's how it closes. You can see there's some kind of air gap. I'm assuming it's for ventilation. There's also ventilation holes at the bottom. Some kind of screw holes as well, in case you wanted to mount this somewhere right there. And right here. There's also some ventilation here. You can see the heatsink there. Okay, and if you hold this upside down, looks like it stays. Nice, so this is my new computer. So you got your AV port here. I'm assuming that's audio, HDMI, my micro USB for power. Over here you have access to the micro SD card slot, which you will need. The Raspberry Pi does not have any onboard storage, so micro SD card is required, and there's that slot that gives you access to it. Finally, you have your Ethernet and your USB ports. And now I'm gonna go ahead and install the Wi-Fi adapter to one of the USB ports. Here is the Wi-Fi adapter. This looks like a mini USB. Looks like a small flash drive. This by far is not the smallest Wi-Fi adapter, but it is compatible with the Raspberry Pi. But you can try to find a smaller one. I would recommend that, like a nano size one. This is going to stick out quite a bit, so not as good. So I'm just going to take it here and preference. I'm going to put it towards the bottom. It gives me access to the top ports, close to the Ethernet. I probably won't use the Ethernet. Okay, so there we go. It's going to have my Wi-Fi here. So just know that you're going to use Wi-Fi, your little USB is going to stick out. And again, you might want to buy one of those nano ones so it doesn't stick out as much. Remember, you're going to need your power adapter, or you can use a portable battery, but this is what came with my kit. Okay. And again, you're going to stick it in the micro USB port here. Okay, snug. And here we go. And don't forget, you're going to need your HDMI cable to connect your Raspberry Pi to your TV. Again, you just grab your cable and you're going to connect it to the HDMI port right here, right next to the power. Again, this HDMI cable came with my particular kit. And there we go, nice and snug. And that's it. This is it's gonna be a fully functioning computer once I install the operating system on here in the next video. This is pretty small. So just to compare, this is my watch. Okay. Raspberry Pi is actually credit card size, so let's take a look. I have a credit card here. So I'm going to remove my watch. And you see that yes, it is about the size of a credit card. There you go, that's pretty darn close, right? Credit card size. Yeah, it's a little thicker, but size-wise, that's pretty damn good, considering that this is a fully functioning computer. Alright, there you have it. Next video, I'll go over installation of the operating system on this Raspberry Pi. I almost forgot this very important thing. If you remember, I talked about the micro SD card slot. Well, I forgot to put in the micro SD card. Micro SD cards needed so that I can load the operating system. So, if you bought a kit like I did, it says right here, the SD card is inside this box. So in case you're looking for it. So here you can see we have a pre-programmed 8 gigabyte micro SD card. It says it may appear as 1 gigabyte when inserted into a PC. It is already pre-partitioned. I'm guessing some kind of Linux partition. The remaining space can be expanded as desired. So this little SD card in here, has what's called the Noobs operating system loader. So that's gonna it's gonna pretty much walk you through loading one of the available operating systems for the Raspberry Pi. And here is the micro SD card, 8 GB. And again, it comes preloaded with the Noobs, that's Noobs software. It's kind of like a bootloader that's going to let you install the operating system that you desire. Again, most people with a Raspberry Pi go with the Raspbian OS, but again, when we get to it later in a later video, I'll go through installing the operating system. But again, you need to put this micro SD card in the Raspberry Pi, otherwise you won't be able to install an operating system. There is no onboard storage in there. Okay, so again, we're gonna go here. I'm not quite sure on the orientation, so I'm gonna try it like this. Okay, that didn't work. So I think I'm gonna try it like this, facing up, because it has a little tab here where you can pull it out. So I'm gonna push in. Here's a little click there. So click, and there, it should get stuck like that. So that means I put it the right way. So you can see there, I wanted to take it out, I push in. You hear the click, and then I can pull a little tab out. We're gonna go ahead and put it back in, and again I'm gonna hear a clicking sound. And there we go. It's in there, and that's pretty much the last step that you will need before installing the operating system. Alright, next video I'll show how to install the operating system.